Are you wanting to travel, but the funds are a little bit low? In this video, I'm going to show you how to save money for traveling. Hi guys, today is going to be all about how to save money for your travels. Now, everyone always thinks, obviously, that it's very expensive to travel, and sometimes it is. So let's figure out how we're going to pay for our trip so we don't come home in debt. I've never come home in debt in any of my travels, and I highly recommend that you don't either. So first, I'm going to give you a little bit of an outline of how to figure out how much you're going to need for your trip. So first, you want to decide where you're going to go. Then you want to figure out, well, not decide, you want to figure out how much that trip is going to cost you. There's so many places online that you can just figure out and see how much everything is costing you. Now, then after you figure out how much it's going to cost you, you want to decide when you're going to go. So once you have those three things determined, you need to do a little bit of math. So basically you take the cost of your trip and you divide it by the number of months that you have left to go on your trip. And then you get that number and you know how much each month you're going to have to save to get to that point. Now, if you're not able to get to that point within that time frame, you can always extend the time and extend the length of when you're going to be traveling. So there's a couple ways to do this, and it really helps if you set this up when you start to save. Is first, you want to set up a bank account that is a savings account, so that it's it's a lot harder to take out money, and don't have it set up with your debit. So basically all you can do is put it in there and then be able to transfer it out. There's lots of different bank accounts and there's lots of free ones. So set it up and be able to just put your money in there so you can't take it out. Next, you want to set up your paychecks. So when you have a paycheck come in, you want to be able to direct debit, set that up in your account where an automatic certain amount comes out as soon as your check goes in, and that goes into your savings account. That way you don't even see it coming out of your money in hand. Now, there's a couple ways that you want to be able to find money as well. So there's lots of different ways to figure out to save money, but not everyone always wants to do these things. If you do want to travel and if you do want to be able to see different places, you want to be able to give up a few things just in the interim until you can go on your trip, and then you can go back to it. So some of these things can be limiting or eliminating going up for dinners, takeouts, your fancy coffees. So anything that are extra that you can live without for a certain amount of time, or you just decrease the amount of times that you do these things, it's going to save up a lot of money, and that money, just put it straight into that savings account. Another thing you can do is you can declutter your house, and then you can sell all those things on Marketplace on Facebook. Super easy to set up, super easy to sell, and then that money automatically goes into the savings account. So these are just a few of the tips that I can give you to be able to save up to go on your travels. Now is a great time to start saving because we're all, staying in place at the moment, but to be able to save right now, to save for future travels, is going to be ideal for you. So if you like this, be sure to sign up and get your free vacation blueprint. Gives you all the trip planning details in there, a video plus a workbook for you to follow along and be able to plan your whole trip out. Have a good night, guys. Bye.